able to live up to 2020. Fellow Rotarians, enjoy life. Enjoy good food. As he said, soon we won't have to eat food anymore. So be a gourmet.
May I just add to that? You know, in the book that I mentioned by Ray Kurzweil, this is the fantastic voyage. He was saying that because of the advent of nanobots, IT, actually three things, genetics, nanotechnology, and robotics. Robots at the molecular level can penetrate our bloodstream. And according to him, what you need to do is to live up to the next 20 years. Because by that time, 20 years from now, all these things will become available already. And once they become available, you can live, it will be ordinary to have people living up to 120, 130, 150 years old, or even beyond. That is according to these scientists.
Any other questions?
Congressman Golez, I think the problem we had with the past elections on information technology points out the direction really that we should go into. And so would your proposed bill, help in enhancing the government's knowledge of information technology?
Well, definitely. The CICT had a hand in the development of the automated election system. They were constantly being consulted. Of course, we have to admit, and this came out during our hearings, that there were some quirks, but not that big, not that significant. Only those who lost said that the automated election system was not reliable. But in my considered opinion, when I posed a question to some so-called IT expert, they could not tell me how to cheat in a very significant way using the automated election system. So I think this is going to be the trend for the future. We should be happy that we finally were able to cross that threshold and go into an automated election system. And I hope that this will be the trend in the future. The DICT, if activated, will definitely help. Thank you, Pai.
Okay, one last question.
Good afternoon, Congressman Golez. Maybe I can call you Roy because Congressman Golez and I were together at the Ministry of Transportation and Communications back in the early 80s. You know, we've known these things that you've been talking about for a long time. In fact, I read a book back in the 80s which is called Artificial Intelligence. And perhaps you can also inform the body that you know, a lot of this technology also has a downside. What are some of the downsides of this technology? Because technology, if not bounded by ethical bounds, is dangerous. We all know that because it can be misused. So can you enlighten the body of what you see could be the downside and what provisions you could put, for example, in the creation of the DICT that could make sure that this technology does not ever become misused in order to oppress the very people that they are supposed to serve?
Well, one big downside is that they will become affordable, even to ordinary citizens. $1,000 is not much. Everybody here can afford $1,000. Well, it used to cost about $2 million to have a computer system that was primitive compared to even the kind of cell phone that we have. Meaning that everybody can now afford good elements and bad elements of society can use very sophisticated information technology for their own good or bad purposes. They're talking of the gray goo as far as nanobots are concerned, nanotechnology. People are worried that with these little molecular things, They may be able to penetrate the bloodstream, the cardiovascular system, and we don't know yet, they still don't know yet, how this will affect human beings, especially with the projected capability for them to regenerate, to create their own cells and multiply without human intervention. Nanotechnology can be used for weapons, and since they're going to be cheap, they can become accessible not only to states but also to quasi-states and even terrorist groups. This is the fear of a lot of people. Hacking can become very common. You know, we're talking of automated elections. The automated election system is going to be as dependable as it is impervious to hacking. But the moment even an outside power can use hacking in order to intervene in the election of another country, can you imagine what kind of mess that can create? A powerful country can influence the election in the less powerful country by hacking into their automated election system, and many more. The book that you read, probably when we were reading that, we probably thought that a lot of the things that they were saying there were ridiculous and even absurd. But that's how history is. Technology, where a lot of the technological developments that we have witnessed used to be dismissed as absurd in the past, including the telephone. It was dismissed as a toy by, I understand, by the telegraph companies. Even IBM said that there was no room for a personal computer, but of course they were proved to be wrong. So these are the things that we have to prepare for.
Oh, very interesting. May we now have our response from President June?
Well, Congressman Golez, thank you for timing and enlightening us with what to expect on technologies. I can remember very well the fantastic voyage that you're talking about, when they can reduce everything to very, very small thing that can enter the veins of the human person and remove the blood clots and everything. It's nice to expect all these things, and maybe we can live longer. And thank you very much again. And please accept this coffee table that we have. This will show you all the major projects that the club has been doing and still doing now.